Hello. So I was going to talk today about projector, about the human design and being a projector. So whatever I say here, again, this is my opinion, just simply from my experience. And just like how in science, 100 years ago, things have changed. There's new information. With the human design, it was created, when it was created, things change and things happen in order to bring new information. So what I'm saying here, as far as being a projector, uh, um, being a reflector, is for me in my chart. If you look at my chart, I came in as a generator, but I am a reflector. So for me, as I walk through this and as I was looking at the human design, only looked at it, found out about it a few years ago, and I was looking at my past. And when I grew up, the generator was absolutely needed for me. I generated, had this in the source of energy. I was, helping, serving, giving, generating into the system, the survival mode, all of that. So I'm generating. And then as I started to grow and to change, things started shifting for me. So when you take a look at the human design, when you say that a projector, what a projector is would be somebody who has certain parts of their energy or chakra systems, certain parts of them that are not defined, meaning it's open. Like it's open enough so that way, like a mirror can reflect it. It doesn't have a picture, a set picture in the mirror, and this etched, this glass doesn't have these etch marks in it. You're able to reflect, meaning, okay, I'm this way, I'm this set person, I'm not going to change, this is who I am. A reflector is somebody who, at least has been for me in my life, more like a shapeshifter. I reflect other people, reflect the room, reflect the environment. I'm feeling it all and reflecting it. Now, how did this happen for me? For me, I do believe that we all have those potentials in there, but depending upon how we work through our chakra system, how we work through our energy, that I believe it can change. I do believe that it very much can change. There are some people maybe that came in and they're not coded for that change. Like they came in here and they're just going to be a generator. They just, maybe there are certain, Sagittaries and certain aspects of them in their chart. That's who they are. They're going to be fun loving. They're going to be happy. And maybe they're all, but that depth part of them maybe isn't there because maybe they're not coded to go into the regions of hell, or certain places like maybe other people have. They're just going to stay that happy, positive energy. God bless them. Be what you're created to be. I know for myself, so I came in as a generator, but for me right now, I can still generate, not quite as much though, as I am shifting into being a reflector, because according to the human design, one of the oldest types have been the reflectors. And the newer type is the projector, which is more of I'm projecting onto you, telling you, guidance and what to do, go here, go there. So if that's the case, then there is an evolution that takes place in the human design. And if that's so, then I am also one of those evolving, even though to me, it feels as though I am returning back into the reflector, into what we were naturally created to be, because maybe the generator started to come in to help to generate for the system, because instead of, because things have shifted and changed, and now we're generating, we're producing, we've got endless energy to help forward movement, like the pioneers creating, making something. But for myself, I'm going back to the reflector. Now, however all this works, I'm not quite sure. This is just my experience. When I say reflector, was that always in me? I do believe that's in everyone. I believe that all of these types are in everyone, just like we all have different, with the zodiac sign, we all have different houses in our chart, so we can all move through them. But there are certain signs that, I have like triple Cancerian and Virgo. So, in Aquarius. So those three things are dominant for me. I'm very caring, loving, emotional. The Virgo, gotta have things perfect, make sure my body, make sure, analyze. In Aquarius, I just love everyone. I am here to help. I just love the whole world. I don't understand how you don't I just love everybody and I want to help everybody. So those are dominant in me, but I can absolutely move through other things. I can move through, the Leo. I love it when, I'm on stage and I'm just there, or I'm dancing and I'm just shining, or the Capricorn, walk in a room and I feel everybody. But the thing about it is that for me, my understanding is like college courses. You go through them. Maybe certain people, they just want to take 1 or 2 classes, and other people are like, I got to get on my master's degree. So each person is different, but as I'm going for my master's, doctorate, whatever, I have found that I've become a reflector, even though I kind of always was as a child. It's like it's always kind of in there, but the generator was more dominant. So that's what I did, as I generated and I served and took care of. And now that that's easing up and I'm not taking care of my kids so much, being a single mom, all of that, it's more, working on myself. Now I'm becoming that reflector again, in a sense. And I do also use, just using time, meditating, nature, water, cold bath, working out, breath work, all of that, plant medicine, all of those things have helped to open up my chakra centers. So those definitions in me that defined me are not defining me so much anymore. So because of the work that I'm doing, it's kind of like I'm cleaning that mirror. That mirror, I etched on there, okay, this is who I am, this is my personality, this, I'm going to generate, I'm going to do this and that. And now I've taken some, medicine, healing modalities, going into myself, all of that wonderful stuff, and realizing, wait a minute, let me clean all this off. What else is behind here? And it's been a reflector, reflecting people. And sometimes for me, I love it and I don't love it because I'm still working on it. Like when I go out in nature, oh my God, I am a different person. I am so different. I will go there after work or something, tired, hair pulled back. I'm just miserable because I'm, cleaning houses. So I am picking up dirt and filth. I go out to the river. I go sit there. I go play the guitar. I go watch the dragonflies, whatever. I come back. Woo! I am just a different woman. I am happy. I am healthy. I have reflected that. I have picked that up, and now it's in me, and I can reflect that. When I'm around people in the city, if I'm with someone, have friends or dating or whatever, I just, for any other reflectors out there, God help us. It's like, who am I? Who is who, and who are you? Am I just who is by my side? I don't know, because there's no more I. There's no more I. I am just you. I'm reflecting you. So whatever the other person is, if this other person is not a reflector, I'm going to reflect them. Again, like I said, if you're, a Pisces, all the emotion and all the, or the Sagittarius, everybody's happy, happy, fun, fun, fun. So I can be in that place and I can reflect that. I'm having fun. But then when I walk away, I'm like, wait a minute, but who am I? Go out and just have fun. But who am I? Do I want to just have fun all the time? Are there other things I want to do? There's other projects. So I have to pull away. I have to literally, if I'm dating someone, that person has to be completely out of my life. Do not text me. Do not call me. I don't want to hear your voice. I don't want to see a picture of it. I don't want to think about you, because I'm going to start reflecting that energy. I mean, could be a great person. Could be a wonderful person. But if I do not completely remove you out of the way, go get myself in whatever I need to do. For me, I need water. The Cancerian part of me, I got to, go back into the water. I got to clean myself, ground myself, and say, whew, okay, I do exist. I do exist. I do exist. I exist. I am a separate person. That is other, and this is me. So this is how I have learned, or as I am navigating through the projector, through the reflector, I was like, I need to work on the projector part, because I do believe that all of them are viable for us. They're all there and all these options. Again, like I said, you may come into this, I came in, religious, very isolated, homeschooled, you just generate, you just get married as soon as you, get old enough and you have kids, obey your husband, and then you wait to die or something. That's fine. That's what helped us go forward for a while. But I've obviously transitioned out of that. I went through that, but now I am somebody very different. It's not the laws and the rules, and God's not angry at me, and I don't just have to be a breeder, feeder, and a man pleaser. I can be something more. So if that's the case, then I can also transition out of just being a generator. I can move through manifester. I can move into projector and then reflector. So I am doing all those things. Just like being a Cancerian, all of the emotions. I want to take care of everybody in the whole world. Wait a minute. I'm also the Leo. I can be fiery energy. It can be about me. I can be up on stage and be okay with everybody looking at me and, woo, here's all my glory. And, then I can go into the Virgo. Let me make sure all of that is perfect, and then Libra, I just want everybody to be balanced and happy, and, everybody needs to be fair. And then the Scorpio, and why not? I don't know about everybody else, but I don't just want to be one thing. I don't want to be one thing. That's like boring. It's okay. I want to have it just like projectors. Maybe as I've worked through my energy, my chakras, going through sound bowls and healing, all of that is just basically to kind of, remove the dust and the dirt to have me come back to who I am, the vibration, the frequency, to remember the sound, C sharp, hear that sound. Wait a minute, let's retune myself and tune my energy centers. And as I'm doing that, then those definitions that define me, that made me in my chart, okay, I am a generator, I'm this and that. It's like it's shaking, and I feel it inside of me. I feel as though those definitions are opening, or they're not there so much. I am not so defined. I am more fluid. I am open. I flow more, and I can go in other places, which is wonderful, but also, still needing that stability to be able to anchor myself and remember who I am as I am working through these things. So this is just my experience. If I'm wrong on something or whatever, okay, but this is how I see it. This is how I'm feeling about it, how I felt about it, and my experience of it as moving from one form, one definition. And again, all of the energy work, I have used a lot of plant medicine in order to help me and to heal me, in order to have deep meditation and to go in and to change the structure and the nature of my being, because everything is changing. We're not just staying this one thing. It's like I don't know what people say, non-binary. I'm not just one or the other. Yes, I am in a female body. I am here. I'm in my 40s. There's certain other little things that that I still am in facts in this body. However, I can still play in the masculine, and I can play in the feminine. I can have my hair down and look beautiful, or pull my hair back, be more in the masculine and get to work and get all sweaty and dirty. Same thing with, again, being the human design, or astrology, or any of that other stuff. That we're conscious fluid beings. We're like light that moves through particles and everything. Like, we change all the time. We're constantly changing and rearranging our molecules in order just to exist here on this earth. So why would I not also be able to change the human design part of me in order to manifest whatever I need to? There are times I'm just going to be generating. I'm a generator. Just let me do my work. Let me get everything done. I'm done. There are times when, okay, I need to manifest something, being in that manifesting and like, wow, look what I manifest. And sometimes projecting. I need to project. I need to tell myself what to do, or my kids, or whatever. I need to be in that. And I need to, so which one is natural for me? Which one ever is needed in the moment? Like right now, I'm working through the reflector, because, it was really, I'm working through understanding and being that reflector. I am this more now than just a generator. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. So if there's anybody else out there who, feels like there are two or three or multiple, we're multidimensional beings. It's all in us. It's all in us. Not everybody is here to understand all of that, but for some people, we are. We're all of it. And learning how to handle all of this in these bodies. Learning how to pass up the societal, it's nothing bad. This is all we know. We're learning something. We're pioneers. We're traveling a new road. You think about the pioneers back in the past when they came over here to America, like, oh my goodness, all that they had to do and all that they had to push through. Wow. Completely just this new frontier. So that's what's happening as well. It's what it feels like for me, pushing through the new frontier and understanding, maybe we've pushed through the pioneering on this land. Now we're pioneering on this land, the body, and understanding how it works and how it functions. And it's like, this is their crystal ship or spaceship to like travel, to other dimensions and other realms and do whatever. And who knows, it's just, there's just endless possibilities. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say. And if there's anybody else out there, who maybe feels a little weird or crazy, or their chart doesn't seem to add up, it's fine. That's fine. Maybe, you're surpassing it. Maybe we're like, these new creations on earth, and maybe it's something that no one has seen before. Happens all the time. Something new and something different. Why not? Have fun with it. Okay. This crazy rare creature, like mutated form of a being, whatever. Yeah, like we're evolving, we're changing, we're growing, we're maturing, we're turning into something like beautiful and wonderful. Maybe this is what we always were. Maybe we're just returning back to our original creation, and maybe we're just returning back to our original design. That's all I'm saying. Like, maybe why not? At least that's how I see it. But whatever. So, thank you very much for your time.